Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Breeze Comics here. I know it's been a while. I have not uploaded in a while. I actually just realized I had a video that I recorded all the way in the back of the beginning of August that I uploaded and everything. I just never released it to the public, which I thought was pretty funny. So I will be doing that today as well as this video. In this video, instead of doing multiple small videos, I just wanted to do one video catching up in these last 4 issues of Spider-Man that I have. I think I might be one behind still. Might be at the comic shop still. So yeah, what I have to say is that issues 27 and 28, these two, definitely end the small arc that we saw with even it still has loose ends, should I say, but I think Nick Spencer is going to focus in a different area for right now, then come back and finish these loose ends, with Boomerang and the um, Sinister Six female, which I honestly think Nick Spencer just did that as a giant gag for you know, equality kind of thing. Because even though he's very left leaning in his personal politics, I've read this as a very sarcastic take on it. And that's one thing I think Nick Spencer has embodied very well in this 30 issue run. It's already almost been 3 years. No, it's actually two issues a month. So what is that, 24? So we're almost like a little over 2 years of Nick Spencer writing Spider-Man, and it's I think his writing fits Peter Parker very well because Peter Parker is sarcastic in nature, and he really nails that with his writing, in my opinion. So yeah, let's just take a quick look at a couple pages and give you my thoughts. This is issue 27, and um, so this is right after the Sinister. I don't think they call them. I forgot what I know they don't call them the Sinister Six. I just forgot exactly what they're calling, but we're just gonna call them the Sinister Six. And this is right after they break into the homeless shelter where Boomerang, Peter, and Aunt May were, and they kidnap Boomerang. And it's kind of funny because they kind of force Boomerang and Peter to fight together, and Peter gets knocked out by one of Boomerang's gasarains. I think that's what he called it. And I honestly hated the character of Boomerang recently, but I think it's just because of I don't know how to express it. He he thinks he's all big and bad, and he knows he's gonna get away with it one way or another. So basically, this is them fighting, and then let's see if I can find it. Yep, this is when Peter gets knocked out. So they take him back. The Sinister takes uh, Boomerang. They don't even bother trying to kill Spider-Man because he isn't the target, right? So they kind of just leave him, and he ends up reminding. He remembers that he put a tracker on Boomerang many issues ago, so he tracks them down. And this is why I think it's a parody, a sarcastic take on women's equality. So they all going around like, hey, what should we do with this guy? How should we kill him? And they asked the female Electro, what do you think? And she's like, oh, I feel so empowered. No one has ever asked me my thoughts before, and all that kind of dumb nonsense. And she's like, even when I got superpowers, they just brushed me aside like nothing else, which I thought was kind of funny. And um, so yeah, so then Beetle, she gets a call, so she flies away, and she ends up uh, she's actually dating Robbie um, Robertson. And if you guys forgot, he is the roommate of Peter and Boomerang. So he's the third. And you're just like, whoa, okay, plot twist. So that's the end of issue 27. All right, so right along with issue 28. This cover is very misleading, by the way, but hey, that's most comics, right? So pick up and you see that she's obviously crazy, but kind of going with a little sexy mood there, right there, Spencer. But if you tell us, remember that one meme with that one crazy girl? That's definitely this, resembles her in my opinion. She's just crazy, but she tries to convince Robbie that she's not a supervillain anymore. She's just trying to take care of one last problem, and that she's a lawyer. She found a loophole, right? And he's like, "Nope, you gotta go. You're still a bad person, and you try to kill my roommate because he knows that Boomerang is his roommate, but he doesn't know that Peter is Spider-Man, obviously. So, um, we'll skip to over here. Kingpin. So she left the apartment, okay, to go to Robbie's, and when going to Robbie's, leaving Robbie's, she calls Kingpin to trade Boomerang for, in her eyes, the perfect uh, pardon in a way, okay? So, her grand plan was to become Kingpin's personal bodyguards so they can act in any inappropriate way like thievery and get pardoned by Kingpin because he is the mayor of New York. And, oh, they call themselves the Syndicate. There you go. Not the Sinister Six. Not even the Sinister Syndicate, just Syndicate. That's what they call themselves, okay? And uh Boomerang, let's see if I can find the picture. Oh yeah, there you go. And Boomerang's like, she sold you out. And this is where you know, Peter has to beat up all these souped up SWAT officers, because he's busy down there trying to prevent Kingpin from storming the building. And this is where Beetle's like, hey, yeah, it's true, I sold this out, but this was my grand plan. And I love these responses. She's like, I'll decline. Lady Octopus is like, not interested. And he's like, what a stupid ass idea. Honestly, that's a stupid idea, honestly. So I thought it was really funny that Nick Spencer, he brought that comedy into this issue. So, they fight off the super cops, and they let Boomerang and Peter get away because Boomerang tells all of them what he has on Kingpin, which Nick Spencer has yet to let us know what it is. And it is starting to tick me off that he is just not letting us in on that. So that's the end of that arc, in my opinion. Issue 29 is supposed to set up a new arc, which gets interrupted by this stupid Absolute Carnage event that I have no interest in whatsoever, because they just brought Carnage in for sales because Venom and Carnage, yay, right? Anywho, so back to issue 29. I like this cover, Spider-Man swinging down New York. I like it a lot. And this starts with MJ and Peter practicing lines for her new, I want to say it's a TV show that she got. If you remember, Kindred is behind all this, that he is taking MJ all the way to San Francisco, or Hollywood basically, taking her off the table basically, far away from Peter, as a actress yet again, right? And so he's like, okay, I'll be there to drop you off. And if we know, and even MJ's like, you just jinxed it. Yeah, she's right here. I can't believe you just jinxed us like that, Tiger. So they both have a very firm understanding that when he puts on that suit and he says, I'll be right back, it's not going to go as that. They're both going to get disappointed in him and in their relationship, but they'll move on because that's his role as Spider-Man, right? So, and then we get him and Aunt May, which is great seeing in my opinion, that him and Aunt May get to have this very important conversation where she's just, we've always had that conversation with someone. You don't think they're listening, they're just going, yeah, okay. And you're just venting, and that's what she is in this scene to Peter, that, she's there to listen and support him no matter what. And she says, you two are meant to be together, referring to Peter and MJ. We knew from the beginning, her Aunt May and MJ's grandmother, they knew it from the beginning that they were going to end up. They're always with each other. They're always best friends, even when they're split up. They're the perfect match, which I really, really hope Nick Spencer rights the wrong of many years past of One More Day, because Aunt May gives him something, and obviously it's a ring. He gives him a ring to propose to MJ. And then his sister pops up. Now, his sister is a fairly new character, and this was a Chip Zdarsky character that he created in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I did not read those comics. It's got one too many comics on my plate as it is right now. But he's like, no, whatever you want, I can't help you. Not today. I have to go help MJ. I cannot be late. And she's like, hey, this is really important. I got a call from someone that I never get a call from. And if it was a call, he's in danger. He's like, okay, but we have to be back by, I think it was like 7. And she's like, yeah, we'll be back by 7. And then you'll see Nick Fury here talking to someone. And it ends up being the Chameleon, not Nick Fury. And he has Teresa's partner hooked up, and he wants some information that he wants to sell on the black market. And, just to get this new arc rolling slowly, right? Then we see some really cool scenes with him and Teresa. She has this like winged suit, like the Falcon in the MCU. That was pretty cool. Obviously I did not read these comics. I thought it was really cool because it was being like bends and like blocks. That's pretty awesome. They're taking on AIM. If you guys aren't familiar with these guys, AIM is advanced something mechanics, intelligent mechanics. Whole bunch of scientists that want a world domination, right? Kind of like Hydra, but more science than a political belief. So they take him down. They took them down, obviously. And Carly is with. I'm so glad he brought back Carly. I actually like Carly as one of Peter's girlfriends, one of his exes. So that was a, and now they're just friends, which is great. There's no jealousy whatsoever. And she drives MJ off to the airport, and she's on the plane. And I just want to close this off with this page. We've all had that conversation face to face, FaceTime, or Messenger, whatever you guys use. And, they always had this great back and forth, great conversation. Like, hey, I miss you. Room service is great. And you see that he has a ring. Please, hear my plea. Put these two back together. They need to get back together, just for the sake of the Marvel universe, shall I say. So yeah, this is these three really good 3 comics in my opinion. And then it comes to Absolute Carnage. This is a tie-in. I have no idea what the main story is. Yeah, it's here. That's all I gotta say. It's here. Peter basically has to save what's his 2 kids' names? I don't even know what the kids' names are. Here we go. He was the Red Goblin, and then he was the Red Goblin or something like that as well. I don't know. Totally forgot what this issue was about, to be the truth. I just did not find it important. I just don't like Carnage as a character. I don't like the concept. I thought, back in the day he was cool, but now it's just, I don't know if you guys remember, maybe I think it was 2014. There's an issue of the Scarlet Spider. It was a great run. I wish more people bought it. This is Kang as the Scarlet Spider, not Ben. And it was the minimum Carnage event. It was him, Agent Venom, Flash Thompson, and it was them 2 teaming up against Carnage. And Kang has this ability, like on his wrist, like this giant, needle, like spike, from the X-Men, from the TV show. It comes out of his base of his wrist, and he just stabs he stabs Carnage right in the head, killing Cassidy, making him brain dead. Which, that's how that ended, and I kind of wish that just ended Carnage as a character, in my opinion, because he's just, a psychotic maniac, killing everyone, blah, 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 blah. Peter has to find a way to defeat him because he's a symbiote. Lather, rinse, repeat with, X symbiote that comes along, and is just boring, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's my review of these, hopefully the latest 4 issues of The Amazing Spider-Man. Make sure you guys comment, tell me if you guys like Carnage as a character in the comics. I know people want to see him in the movies. I really don't care at all. Make sure you guys like and comment, share, and make sure you guys come back for the next video, okay? Alright, bye-bye.